What's going on, guys, and welcome to the next Weekly Ramble video. Today, I don't have too much to talk about in terms of, Magic as a whole, I guess, but I do want to talk a little bit about our channel and sort of the things that are going on right now and what we've actually sort of implemented over the last few weeks. Hopefully some of which you guys have already noticed, but I just want to take some time to talk about those things because obviously that's a big part of what we're doing right now, and so I want to kind of fill you guys in onto why we're doing it and hopefully the future of it resolves a little bit. But I do want to just really quickly announce, obviously, not announce, Magic 2019 is coming out very soon. Obviously, I've already said a good bit about this set. We just did a podcast episode about 2019 yesterday, where we actually go over some specific cards and talk about some deck archetypes that we think we will see. If you're interested, I would definitely check that out. I'm not going to harp on it too much, but I am very excited about it. So hopefully you guys are too. Obviously, we'll do our normal gambit of box openings and things like that. I kind of want to get a little bit more in depth and do some either gameplay videos or something like that, because we haven't really done those that much recently with any of the new sets. So I want to take some time and really flesh those out a little bit more. And that way, in the future, we can kind of set those up as sort of every time a new set comes out, we can work with those. So that's kind of the plan for that. Hopefully you guys are excited about it, though. Let me know if you have any thoughts, obviously, in the comment section below. Speaking to that sort of video content idea, something we've done once before is the versus video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I would definitely go look it up. It was sort of our first attempt at a mini game nights. If you watch the Command Zone game nights or anything like that, it was similar to that, but obviously way worse because not to speak down to our own content or anything, but we are not on that same level. But we wanted to sort of use that as inspiration and kind of make something that we thought was really cool. So we did. We actually took modern decks, Eldrazi Tron and Death Shadow, Grixis Death Shadow, if I'm not mistaken, and actually did a versus video. It was just a 10-minute long video with Will and I, but it was a lot of fun. It was much more produced, I guess you could say, than any other video that we've done before and really done since. And so it seemed to do well. You guys seem to like it. So we want to take some time and actually make another one of those very soon. We've already kind of got some deck ideas in mind and things like that. It's going to be a little bit different than just modern, but we do have some cool ideas for it. So in the next few weeks, hopefully we're going to be shooting that. They do take a little bit of time to edit. Obviously, if you watch game nights, you know how much work they put into it. Obviously, we're on a smaller scale, but it does still take quite a lot of work. So we're going to do our best to get that recorded and out to you guys as soon as we can, but just keep in mind that it does take a lot of time, so maybe a little bit further out than we're expecting, but stay on the lookout. It's going to be awesome. I love doing those videos. So, and we learned a lot from the last one that we either want to fix in this one or do a little bit better if possible. So some things that we move forward with there. Obviously, and I've already harped on this a good bit, our 100th episode is coming up next week. Episode 99 was Core 2019. Next week is our 100th episode. We want to do some stuff to celebrate. We've got some ideas, some things that we might, I don't want to say this and then we not do it, but we might be streaming it. And we may be bringing some old friends back to actually stream with us. Obviously, it is on the 4th of July, which is a little unfortunate, so that might hinder that a little bit. But we do want to make sure that we do something really special. We do have a giveaway planned that we will be talking about in that episode. I'm not sure if we're going to release it before that or not yet, but it is just to celebrate our 100th episode. Obviously, it's a big milestone for us, and so we want to share in the delight, I guess, for lack of a better word, with you guys. So that's sort of our way of giving back a little bit. My goal is to make this giveaway a little bit bigger than any of our other giveaways, and if you've kept up with us through the last year or so, you probably know that we like to give away a lot of stuff. It may not be tons and tons of stuff, but obviously for a smaller channel, we like to give away a good amount. So we'll do the best we can to hopefully give you guys something awesome. That's definitely the plan. So stay tuned for that, obviously, and we'll keep you guys updated either via Twitter, Facebook, whatever, Instagram, all that stuff. We'll keep you guys updated and let you know what we're actually planning to do. Obviously, if we do stream it, we want to build some of that up for you guys, and hopefully you guys could set aside some time to hang out with us on stream. So we'll get to that in the next few days, I imagine. Will and I are just discussing the last few things, so we will let you know. But be on the lookout for that as well. Something that I have, I guess, kind of touched on, but not really gone into detail about. You may have noticed that we've been putting a little bit more gameplay footage up, either from MTGO with Parks or MTG Arena with Alex. So Alex is back. I did mention that already, I believe. But Alex is back. Parks is obviously back, and they're both streaming with us. And so what we are trying to do is kind of fill out our days with some of their stream content, because obviously that's something that we had never, I mean, we tapped into it at one point a number of months ago, probably last year, but we've finally kind of gotten things squared away so that they can do it again. We've created an It Resolves account and all that stuff on MTGO. That way, if you do run into it, you know it's us, but it'll probably be Parks. But we're trying to fill that content out for you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it. The rewatch value on those seems to be a little bit lower than some of our other content, just in terms of just like the initial spike of viewership doesn't seem quite as high. And I get it, because obviously there are pro players out there who are like super good, and we're just kind of a rinky-dink channel, but we still do our best with that content, and hopefully it's something you guys can enjoy. If you do have any ideas, though, I mean, if there's anything that you specifically want to see that we're not already doing, what we'd like to do is kind of open up the floor to you guys. Obviously, we've kind of done this a couple times in the past where we've just directly asked what kind of videos you want to see. Some people said gameplay. Some people said vlogs, which I'm going to harp for a second on vlogs. Not in a bad way, just that, like, I would be the one to vlog, just because Will has a lot going on. He's got, you know, the family kind of thing starting and all that stuff. And so I would be the one to vlog, which is fine. I like doing vlog content, but as it turns out, I'm not that interesting a person. So I get up, I go to work every day, and then I come home and generally just record videos or do whatever I want. And it's not the most exciting thing in the world. So as much as I would love to do vlogs, and as much as I'm leaving that open in case we do something like a GP or something like that near us, I just don't have any good content to share with you guys, unfortunately. And day-to-day vlogging, while perfectly fine, it feels like a little bit of a time waster. Like, I'd rather put out content that actually produces value, like even like gameplay video, right? Like, you can learn something from gameplay video. Hopefully podcasts, you learn something. Even the Crack-A-Packs, part of what we decided to do with that, excuse me, was provide it in a limited basis. So you look at, it's not just opening a pack anymore. We actually look at it from a limited pack one, pick one perspective, and then go through and see what our actual pick would be. And that way, hopefully you guys are taking away something from that. It's not just like, oh, I get to open a pack, which is cool, but like, let's learn something along the way. So that's really the goal. And with vlogging, unfortunately, like, I'm just not that interesting. Maybe if I quit and never do this stuff full time, which would be a ways down the road, we can do something cool like that, but not now, unfortunately. There is another kind of content, though, obviously. Post commentary is something that you guys actually talked to us about. Some people were saying it'd be really cool to see a professional game where we actually go back and do some post commentary on it. That is actually something we're really interested in doing. It's just, generally speaking, Will and I don't really have the time to sit down and go through a full game and take the notes and do all the research prep to make sure that we get things right. And we do want to make sure we get things right, because obviously that's sort of a high risk, high reward kind of thing. And the only reason I say that is, you know, if we get an interaction wrong or something like that, obviously we're going to. But if we get tons of them wrong, that really defeats the purpose of the content, where we're trying to help you be a better player, learn more interactions, do all that stuff, which is awesome. But if we get stuff wrong all the time, is it really worth it? And so we want to make sure that we do the research, do the prep to make sure that style of video is actually giving what it needs to give. And so that's part of the reason why you haven't seen that yet. It's really just down to timing. Basically with work and with Will just moving, actually, and all these things. Like, I just moved like a month and a half ago. So it's just been busy lately. So unfortunately we haven't been able to do that. But we do have that on the books as something we want to do. So hopefully in the future we'll get to do something like that. But if you guys genuinely have any ideas of anything that you do want to see, please let us know. We're absolutely open to suggestions. Obviously, we've been at this for a little bit over a year now, and we want to make sure that we continue to do things that excite you guys, hopefully teach you guys something new, and also that it's fun for us to make. You know what I mean? I mean, the goal of this was really just to have fun with it, and we are. And so we want to keep doing that, but better you guys as much as possible too. So, excuse me, that's kind of the plan. Yeah, so I guess in final summation, because there's not much else for me to talk about, I do want to thank you guys. Obviously, we are hitting that 100th episode mark. That is huge for us. We can't thank you guys enough. It's been so much fun so far, and we really are hoping to hit that 200 mark too. But obviously, that's a ways down the road. But we want to do the best we can and keep this going as much as we can, and hopefully you guys want that too. If you don't, then sorry. We're going to do it anyway. So, yeah, that's really exciting for us. So thank you guys. Please make sure, if you are not already following us on social media sites all across the world, we have, of course, our Instagram, which is probably our biggest. We've got roughly 2,000 people there. Thank you to all of you. Of course, Facebook and Twitter, a little bit smaller. We're still kind of working on, but we really never built those up that much. And so I think in the start or after this 100th episode kind of gets out of the way, we kind of want to start working on building those up a little bit more too. So we'll see what happens, but definitely go follow us, subscribe to us here if you are not already, and please make sure to like and comment down below if you did enjoy this video, or indeed if you enjoy any other videos that we make. Go watch them, go enjoy them, have fun with it. The one other thing I do want to mention, and this is not a pitch for us to make money off of this by any means. It's just a matter of it helps us kind of keep things running and hopefully upgrading. If you would be interested, there are two ways you can donate directly to It Resolves. The first is obviously Patreon. There's a link down in the description. You can go over there and you can, donate however much you want. We do have one patron, so thank you to him. He is the man. But if you are interested, you can obviously go over there. Please don't feel like you have to, of course. And then there's also a direct PayPal donation link. Again, please don't feel like you have to, but if you're interested, you can just donate any amount there, and we'll get that directly, and then we can use it to put back into the channel. Everything that we are making from this channel in terms of sponsorship payment, and in terms of Patreon, and in terms of direct donations, all of that at this point is getting channeled into the It Resolves PayPal fund, which we will use to upgrade or buy things that we need for the actual YouTube channel. So all of it, 100% of it, is going back to that. We are not necessarily paying ourselves out of this at all. So, and in fact, I will go ahead and go on record as saying it is the exact opposite. We have put way more money into this than we need to. But please, again, don't feel like you're pressured to by any means. But if you would like to, of course, we would appreciate it. All the links are down in the description below. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this week's Weekly Ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please stay tuned next week, obviously, for episode 100. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully you guys are too. But with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you next week.